What the hell? All right. Ugh. It's a rough road. Oh. Buenos dias. Open up, por favor. Come on down. You're the next contestant. I know of three people that has seen me down here once before in Laredo. I'm not in Laredo yet. I'm leaving the receiver here in McAllen and headed to Laredo. And it goes along the border, the Rio Grande. We're going to have a ball now, ain't we? We'll be able to see for ourselves what goes on down here and cut through the BS. And don't give me the BS like, oh, we're not there. Yeah, it's always the same excuse. Oh, they're not there. Yeah, I know they're not there. They're not at any place in the border. Ugh, this is rough, man. I'm going the wrong damn way. What else is new? All right, now we got on smooth roadway. I can kick her in gear a little bit. Y'all are going to enjoy this because I'm going to do a live stream all the way there. It's about 2 hours and 10 minutes. About a 2 hour and 10 minute drive from here to Laredo. I may, Mimi, I really would like you to stay because I'm in McAllen, Texas. This is right by the Mexican border. A few blocks down that way, you'd be crossing over into Mexico. But I'm not going to. I am driving from McAllen to Laredo. I'll be driving along the Rio Grande, which is the border. And I'm here to show these boneheads what Americans think that is going on down here and the reality of it. Because the majority of the Americans that comment on it, they have never even been here before. I come down here frequently. It's been a little while, and I have had Sammy, Robert, and Darren in a live stream like this. Not my live stream, but their live streams while I was down here. Well, when I was in Laredo, not down here though. It's been about 6 or 7 years since I've been here to McAllen, but I go to Laredo quite often. I'm doing a short local run in Laredo, and hopefully I get a load from Laredo to Toronto, Canada. Then I could possibly meet up with Darren, go to Swiss Chalet, and give him this stuff I've been trying to get to him for a while. And he can give me that painting for Murad. And whenever I make it out to Vegas, I can give it to Murad's family. The painting that sheer pencil artist did. Yeah, if I keep going straight in that direction, I'd be crossing the border into Mexico. See the sign there? But I'm making it right. Oh, Jesus, I just hit that tree. But I'm getting off on this highway here. Believe it or not, and a lot of people would not agree with this, the majority of the people that live here are Latino. They're Mexican. And they live, they live pretty good lives. They work very hard. And I get along with them. They're decent people. And the ladies are beautiful. It's nice down here. And you're looking at the palm trees, you'd think I was in Florida. And as flat as it is, you'd think I was in Florida. No, this is the southern tip of Texas, along the Rio Grande. Over to my left, there's that hill. That hill over there, that's where the border to Mexico is. Is there a wall? No. Man, the divided hypocrite states of America is what my country should be called now. And me, I hang my head in shame because This isn't the country I was born in and what I grew up in. And it sure as hell isn't the country I'd like to die in, but my ancestry's here. But most of the time, they made that BS story about, ISIS and a bunch of terrorists coming over. No, no, no. The people that do cross over the Rio Grande, they're carrying, dinette tables and some clothes. Basically, that's about it. And why do they do that? Not because they can live a better life here in America. Mostly they're refugees trying to escape from being murdered by their government because we overthrew their duly elected government because they wouldn't play ball with our government business wise. So our government just overthrows them and puts in a dictator. We're very popular for doing that down in Central and South America, with the exception of Venezuela. When it comes to Hugo Chavez, what they call Chavismo, yep, that man won a 60% of the vote in a three-way race, and he lifted 80% of the Venezuela population out of extreme poverty. We're talking poverty on the level of when you would see those videos on TV of Save the Children. Yeah, they were living in metal shacks and dirt floors and barely would have food. Well, he lifted the majority of the population out of that poverty, got them in houses, built schools, built hospitals. But by God, the way they ran their government, they can't allow that here in America because it worked. And we got to demonize the man who got elected after Chavez was killed. Nicolas Maduro, a bus driver. The man was a professional bus driver in Caracas. And they want to convince me that this man's a dictator? No. I don't see a bus driver becoming a dictator. But see, when I come in, they love me here. Sometimes they think I'm strange like everybody else does, but during the pandemic, I was wearing my Mexican mask. They remembered me at that receiver. Like that was you that wore that Mexican mask? Yep, I'm the only one. They said everybody thought you were crazy. No, I did it, and honestly, to show everybody who I am and that I got guts. Because there ain't any white dude, well, I'm half white, but there ain't any white dude that would have done what I did, would have had the guts to show that I'm not racist and I like Mexican people like I like any other different types of people. And I got to get off here. Ugh. But y'all are going to enjoy this ride with me. Have you seen a group of people, jumping over the border over there to my left and run across the highway here? No, that's not happening. But the way our media states it, like it's rampant, it's bad. Well, it may be way out in the desert, hundreds of miles from civilization with no food and water. And if those people are able to make it to civilization, they deserve a medal and survive. Because in this heat, you'll dehydrate very quickly. And then not only that, you got sidewinders that are very aggressive. Yes, they will attack you and bite you, and the venom will kill you. Not only that, they got, snapping turtles. There's all kinds of crap in the desert that can kill you. Scorpions, bugs, you name it. Yeah, I got to zigzag a little bit. I'm going along the border here of the Rio Grande. All I see is working people going to and from work or shopping. And you'll see the Border Patrol. They mostly drive around in pickup trucks and SUVs that are white, and they'll have a green stripe from the top rear to the front, or vice versa. You'll see it. It's a green stripe. You can't miss it. They're all vehicles are all white with a green stripe, and it says Border Patrol. Uh, Hopefully people jump in here. I'd like to see Ryan come in. He did yesterday. There are a few others. They're going to find a very interesting trip with me on this one. There we go. I had to slide over to this highway. Now, you see that station to my right? That's a Bolero. I will never patronize a Bolero station. Why? Because it's actually owned by Venezuela, and they provide the gasoline. But ever since, I think it was what, 5, 6 years ago when we slapped the sanctions on them, well, we seized their property. I don't know who runs and owns the Bolero stations, but it was owned by the Venezuelan government. And the money that the Boleros made, it did go to the government, but then they in turn use that money to buy what the Venezuelan people need. Because they believe that the oil that they abstract out of Venezuela belongs to the people, not boards of directors like they do here in America, and they collect all the profits. Got a lot of Americans think that, oh man, they got some more oil over here, like we're going to benefit from it. No, you got it wrong. Those people are going to benefit. We're not going to benefit at all. The same way with England. Your government and boards of directors of your oil companies are going to benefit, but the people, oh no. We don't benefit. We still take it in the ass for high fuel prices. But this road right here is the only road. To my left is the Mexican border. This is the only road. So if they're crossing over the border or anything, they got to cross over this highway that I'm riding on. And believe me, you're going to see beautiful housing. You're not going to see any ghettos. You're going to see decent, upstanding Mexican people, because that's the majority of the people that live along here. And the people that complain that are racist as all hell, I'm like, you don't even go down there, dude. You don't even live anywhere near there. It's not going to affect you. And plus, if they didn't do the commerce that they have here, we would have a lot less food to eat. A lot less food to eat. And the prices of food would even go up even higher. Yeah, if we didn't have those Mexicans out in California picking our fruits and vegetables out there, oh my God, then farmers would have to hire people at minimum wage. Yeah, the farmer is not going to swallow that cost, and the price just went up big time. No, you, the consumer, is going to pay that price. It's an important thing to know. See, yeah, I am a businessman. I own my own business, but I'm not a capitalist. I'm dead against it. I'm more into making worker co-ops, because they're more democratic. See, there's a sign that says U.S. border. They even put a golf course here to my right. Looks pretty nice. Nobody's playing, but there was the green right there with some sand traps. Oh, this is the new Interstate US 2 or Interstate Highway 2 I'm going to get on. Well, all right. It used to be Highway 281, but I guess they've been really doing good construction on it, building that new interstate. I think that's pretty cool. But see how nice this is here? You know, you don't see homeless anywhere, nobody in tents, no crackheads walking up and down the street, none of that. You know, this is nice, upstanding. A lot of nice school buses picking the kids up. I seen, yeah. But you know, our typical American people just love to demonize these people. Damn, that is a pretty Latina. I got pumping gas there. Hey, come over here and pump my diesel. Anyway, I'm going to stay here regardless if anybody comes in or not. I really would enjoy it if y'all would join in, but I'll sit and wait. Or you people, folks, fine folks, can watch the replay on this because you want evidence, you're going to get it right here, firsthand, today, right now, live on YouTube. And I got to keep the wheels spinning and the beavers grinning. That's right, yes, sir. Going to Laredo, stop off with the Blue Beacon, get the trailer washed out because there's blood all in it from the cows that I hauled. But you know what? I mourn the death of those cows because those are the ones that chased my ass back to the truck that night. Well, the night before I picked up this load. Because that next morning, because I bobtailed out, the next morning when I went to go pick up the load, I told them the story about what happened to me last night. And they were like, "Oh, that was you?" Yeah. The cows you were the beef that you're hauling were the cows that chased you last night. I'm like, are you serious? How can you tell? Because we number them as they come in, and the cows that chased you are on your truck. That's hilarious. See how the weirdest shit happens to me? I mean, it doesn't surprise me because a lot of shocking things happen in my life. That's why I say if a UFO lands right in front of me, it wouldn't shock me one bit. At first, I'd be like, "Am I really seeing this, or am I going crazy?" I'd be like, "Hey, welcome to America. Just don't get caught by the authorities because they're always looking for ways to buy new weapons so we can blow the tits off this planet even more so than what we can already." Shit, yeah, man, we got enough bombs to blow the tits off this planet 10 times over. But goddamn, we can't even cure any diseases over the years. Last person that cured anything of value was the guy that cured polio. And if you can cure pro polio, oh yeah, there's got to be a cure to just about anything. Yes, sir. I hop on Interstate 2. This looks kind of screwy here. Okay, that is the off ramp here. I got to slide over to the left and get on the exit there. Excuse me. I need some coffee. But I'll tell you what, man, I had some great Mexican food, man. Get me a couple burritos. Oh, yeah. And the real Mexican food. I forgot about the sauce, though. I got the habanero sauce because the stuff is so good, and I forgot all about it. I still kept it, though. It's in a souffle cup on my dashboard. Interstate 2. I'm going to be taking this all the way to Laredo. The Mexican side is called Nuevo Laredo. And my Mexican accent sucks. I got to ask Buddha about that one. How is it? Isn't he good? Yes. I will say about this, I did grow up with a lot of Mexicans in Chicago, and here's the deal. Let's look at the scoreboard. I've never had one hurt me before. I've never had one steal from me before. Unlike people of my own particular race, because everybody thinks I'm 100% white. But never been hurt, never been stolen from. To me, they're good people. And I already know some of the trolls go, well, why don't you go and live with them? That's about as retarded. Why do I have to go live near anybody just to make you happy or placate you? No, I ain't doing that. I live where I live. And instead of me moving, I'm half native. Why don't you move? I don't see you self-deporting. That's what everybody said when dipshit got elected president. Well, why don't you go to another country? Well, they didn't deport. He didn't win, and now they're on the other end of the stick. They're not self-deporting either. Mimi, is that you that keeps coming in? She just left again, whoever it was. Maybe said, oh, that's probably he ain't got nobody in here, so who gives a shit? But it's very entertaining, ladies and gentlemen. Come in here and see part of the world that you probably never will come down and see. Because basically, a lot of people don't, unless you are a trucker. Over the road, you come down here. That's why when people comment on things, and then when I get involved, they're like, he knows, he's been everywhere. Yeah, many a time. Now, if I was seeing what we were being told that was going on in the news, I would say, yeah, I saw it. But I didn't. And you figured as much as I've been down here, I had, but even by accident, I should have seen something. Hasn't happened. Because noting the weird shit that happens around me, you figure, well, maybe it would happen to me. Oh, yeah, I totally agree. But I'm honest. Me, I don't see it. And I don't believe the media at face 100% because they've lied to us so many times or give us half assed stories and not the whole story. They edit out the truth because if people were to know that, they would be like, well, we're not following that direction. Like I already commented about the Israel Palestinian thing. June 8th, 1967. End of argument. If you're an American, look it up. June 8th, 1967. And as they say, remember the liberty. Beautiful day down here. 82 degrees. The sun is shining. A little bit of a breeze. Not bad. The grass is green. But I don't see the palm trees have any coconuts. At least I think it's palm trees that grow coconuts. I don't know. That's out of my league there. Oh, Los Albanos Road. Now, I don't know what Albanos is, but I do know Bonos is bathroom. Or, yeah, Bonos is bathroom. Sí, amigo. Cervesa. Gracias, amigo. Very good Cornell. Look at that. They even have a veteran cemetery down here. That ought to tell you. Yes, we do have a lot of Mexicans and Puerto Ricans that have served in the military. But oh no, nobody will talk about that. Yeah, we support our military, our soldiers, but just not those. Yep, and I'm be honest with you. Every time I hear that from politicians or anybody saying, "God bless America," I always say the same thing. Don't count on it. I'm like, are you serious? You want God to bless this? No, I don't think so. God bless this embarrassment and the way we treat people? No, no, thank you. But I got to tell you, I will say this about America. When I was growing up, at that time, when I was growing up, people actually cared for one another. You actually knew your neighbors. The people lived on your left and your right and behind you sometimes. You know, you go through the alleyway in the backyard and there's your neighbor back there. We actually knew everybody in the town we lived in, damn near. That's rare anymore. Most of the time, people don't even know who their neighbors are. And 9 times out of 10, they don't get along. They're always yelling at each other, profanities and everything. I see it all the time. It's like, this is awful. People don't know how to be sociable anymore. People don't know how to talk to each other and be decent and genuine anymore. That used to be America. We all looked out for one another. We, you know, we always listened to logic. We didn't belittle it. And we didn't scare so damn easy. We didn't beat our chest wanting to go to war all the time. You know, instead of being peacemakers and bringing food and doing something for other countries to build them up. No, no, no. We're destroyers and conquerors. We bring in tanks, bullets, and guns and planes and bombs. And now you know why the rest of the world does not like the United States. I mean, would you? If they were bombing the shit out of you constantly or overthrowing your government that you duly elected? No, I wouldn't like that either. You can't expect other people to eat shit that you're dishing out to them and expect them to like it. That's not going to happen. These people are human beings too. You got to remember that. I know I got two people in here. I just glance over every now and then. I don't. I only saw Mimi in the chat. I don't know who else is in the chat here, but this is the border right here. This is Interstate 2. This is along the border of the Rio Grande. I'm recording this all the way from McAllen, Texas to Laredo. And that's a good chunk of the Texas border along the Rio Grande. And let's see if we find any illegals hopping the fence or trying to get in or anything. I'm always looking. I don't see anybody over there, actually. Oh, wait a minute. I saw that kid on a swing set. I don't know. See a terrorist? But I'll tell you what, these people are hardworking people down here. You won't see no tents and homeless people here, people hocked up on crack and prostitutes. You don't see any of that down here. Why? Because these are humble people down here. And yes, they're Christians and they live it. Let's put it this way. They're just like the Filipinos. Only difference is the language they speak. Oh, I appreciate it, Mimi. And other people been in and out, but nobody's chatting except you. Now, I wish they would stay. They could actually see firsthand. Well, maybe Sean might have a point here. He might be telling the truth. Well, I got to log off because I can't see that. Oh, I'm sorry, the truth hurts sometimes. I had to deal with it too. I'm like, okay, if there's a bunch of illegals along the border wanting to get in the country, I should be seeing them right about now, but I don't see nothing. Right along that tree line. Oh, there's a car. Oh, yeah, there's a car over there, but nothing going on. This is an empty field to my left. Oh, there's a blimp. There's a blimp in the sky there. If you look to the left, if the sun isn't blocking it out, I wonder if there's a bunch of illegals up there in that blimp. It looks like maybe 1,500 to 2,000 feet in the air. Because that's right on the border there where that blimp is. Or maybe they attached a bunch of cocaine on it. They attach the cocaine and it floats over and then they just drop it. Yeah, I'm sorry about it. It's right there. Hey, hang on a second. Let me see if I can move my camera. There. It was shit. No, the sunlight's drowning it out. You can't. The camera can't pick it up. But it's over there. There was a blimp, not a very big one. It's styled. The style of the blimp is like what the military used in back in World War II when they invaded Normandy. It's styled like that one. But people on Facebook, which I got banned from Facebook, the people there tried to convince people that there was a military along our border wanting to invade the United States, and I'm like, no. And I called it fear porn, and people were just eating it up and believing it. I even had to tell my eldest sister, didn't it occur to you to call me and find out for sure? You know, knowing that I go along the border, weren't you worried that maybe a tank would have shot my truck and blew it up? But nobody called me. Yeah, I came around a little bit around a curve, and it's right over there. I'm a lot closer to it now. You might be able to see it. There's a blimp up over there. It's in the sunlight. The sunlight's going to block it out. Shit. But it's right there. Shit. Sorry about that, guys. Oh, and by the way, there's Border Patrol. You'll see Border Patrol all along here. Ah, aha! I made it back. I thought I lost signal forever. Mimi, if I lose signal along here and can't get back in, it'll probably just end on its own. But I'm glad it came back on me. All right, keep it going here. But man, is it barren. There's hardly any traffic on this interstate. I don't know. What do you think? Maybe the illegals use it? Well, there's nothing underneath these bridges. There's no tents, no people. There's nothing down there except dirt. I'm going to shit in my pants if I find people. Like, holy crap, there's some, man. It's about time. Been coming down here for over 15 years, and I ain't never seen anything of the sort. And plus, I don't believe that. Oh, it's making the country weaker. No, it's making it hotter. Those lovely ladies, they can do the salsa and everything. Oh, yeah. Woo! I partied with a lot of Latinas. They know how to party, I'll tell you that, yeah. But no, seriously, they're a lot like Filipinas. It's just the language is different. One speaks Spanish, the other one speaks Tagalog. Not all of the Spanish speaking ones speak English, but the majority of Filipinos, yeah, they speak English too as a second language, thanks to our colonization of it. Another thing that where I hang my head, and hopefully maybe like Douglas, our General Douglas MacArthur, what he did would give us a little bit of forgiveness for what we did to him. But everything that was done, I wouldn't have approved of, and I wasn't alive then. Just like right now, I'd say, yeah, my government may be supporting Israel right now, but I already made the announcement many a time, and I'll do it again right here on YT. I do not support Israel. Nope. Have a nice day. Only the Nazis of World War II can be charged with war crimes. Only they can do, but everybody else can get away with it. Well, I'll be damned. There is another balloon. It was just like another blimp. It's just like the other one. And yeah, it's right along the border. You know what? Maybe they got cameras on it monitoring the border. I don't know. But it's stationary. It's not moving. Hey, why isn't our Air Force out there shooting that down? They made a big deal about these weather balloons that were in the way up in the sky, claiming it was the Chinese. And you know what they did? They shot $100,000 missile at a probably $100 balloon. I don't know, but that's bad arithmetic. George W. Bush was a dumbass and not a very good president. But one thing he did say that was right. He asked how the targets were in Iraq before we went in. He goes, "Are those targets good, General?" He said, "Yeah." He goes, "Good, because I'm not Bill Clinton. I'm not going to shoot a $100,000 missile at a $10 tent to hit a candle in the ass." Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. It might be if there's a camera on it. That's got to be a cool job. If you're a border patrol, get to ride around, float around in that damn balloon, just looking around. It's like sightseeing for 8 hours or however many hours they do. You get up there and somebody can't land a bit, and you got to take your pistol out and shoot around at the bottom of the balloon. Hey, we're landed. There's a billboard, if you guys can see it to my right, beyond that building there. It's actually right there. It's a billboard. It says car crash, law giant, 956 900 0000. And I shit you not, the dude looks like James Bond. Doom diddle doom 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 diddle doom doom. He looks like the oh, what's the one? He was in Goldeneye. He was the James Bond in Goldeneye. That's who he looks like. The lawyer. Pierce Brosnan, I think it was. Yeah, if I was him, man, that's what I'd do. His name is Alex. My name is Bond. James Bond. Or Alex Bond. Are you doing that, Money Penny? Why don't you undo that bone to get to know you? Mimi, if you're still here, you got to admit, whoever watches the replay on this is going to be well entertained. No. I don't try not to make it a dull moment because, dull, awkward moment. Even though it looks like it says there's only 0 people in here, I'll just keep talking. Hopefully, people will watch the replay. Oh, car accident, Zambrano. I wonder if he's related to Carlo. That was one of my favorite pictures of the Chicago Cubs back in the 90s. Carlo Zambrano. He could really bring it. Number 38. The Big Z is what we called him. All right, she'll come back there after a phone call. That's cool. It is now 5 o'clock somewhere, right here in Texas. I'm in central time zone in the United States, not Eastern time. It's 6 o'clock there, and it's 6 o'clock in the evening, Eastern time. 6 o'clock in the morning in the Philippines, and I know somebody just woke up to have to go to work this morning. She'll never know that I just said that. So well. I know somebody getting up to go to work right now. And she'll be doing a live stream in a couple hours, too. She does a lovely live stream. She spins the wheel like Vanna White. It's like a roulette wheel. Place your bets. Place your bets. Here we are. Hey, Mimi, if you're still here, I shared a story yesterday. Hey, I'm back. Cool. While I was doing that, I was unplugging my charger. Anyway, since I'm back, I'm going to share you that story of Mimi. If that's you were here, I shared a story with Darren yesterday. It just blurted it out, and I'm like, that's actually really funny. What it was is, I remember way back when I was married, I'd always try to talk my wife into doing a threesome. And I told her, I said, yeah, let's have a threesome because when I pass out, you'll have somebody to talk to. Hell yeah, that's a good idea. And by the way, in the middle of the highway is Border Patrol. That's not state troopers, that's Border Patrol. Amen. He's trying to get turned around there, though. And the people who work the Border Patrol are Mexicans. They're of Spanish descent. Their ancestry comes from Mexico, most likely, not Spain. But they're the border patrol. And you know one thing? You don't ever hear about abuse from them. Never. In the news, nope. They will not abuse you. You show your ass and start fighting with them, yeah, they're going to knock your ass out. But for the most part, they don't, shoot, just wait dying to shoot somebody because they're carrying a gun. Because like a lot of our police here, they're just dying to shoot somebody. Don't realize when they finally shoot somebody and actually watch them die, they're going to have to live out the rest of their life, if they do, live out the rest of their life with that guilt. It'll eventually come to them. But that stain's going to be on them their entire life. And they got to carry that guilt the rest of their life. Yeah, I just saw to shot another person. I am so proud of myself. Yeah, I'm sure you are. I'm 126 miles away from the Blue Beacon, where I got to get washed out. And then from the Blue Beacon, I think it's just a matter of like 5 or 6 miles from where I got to go. But I can get the load, but I can't deliver it until tomorrow. They just give me a local run, just something to fart around with, and then hopefully I can get that load of tomatoes. It's usually those nice, fine, ripe tomatoes. They're very good. They're so good you can just smell them. It smells. Oh my God, that is so good. Anyway, they're a bit pricey though, but I usually take a load of tomatoes up to Toronto. The only downside of that is I have to go through Detroit over the Ambassador Bridge. That's a pain in the ass. That's one border I don't like to go through because it is a pain, and there are literally hundreds and hundreds of people trying to get across there. And if you're stuck on the bridge and you're stopped, you actually can feel the bridge bouncing. I don't like that. No, don't like that very well. But every fuel station I have seen since leaving the receiver has been a Valero. They're all over the place down here. I haven't seen a Shell or a BP or Speedway or Amco. I haven't seen any of that. Actually, that's wrong. I'm doing 61. It's not reading right. Oh. Very rarely ever drink soda pop. I got a can of Diet Coke. Oh boy. Moving right along, moving right along. See if there's any chatter on the CB radio. Nope, there ain't nothing going on there. I turned it up all the way. If somebody was talking there, they'd be like, hey, this is Border Patrol, get off this frequency. Yeah, this is what happens to somebody. They may go a little bit crazy, it may seem, but this is what happens when somebody that works all the time, never gets laid, and doesn't really have anybody to talk to for the most part. Hey, break for a radio check. Anybody out there? They think I'm a Southerner because I added that accent. Just came out that way. No habla español. Can you speak English? That's confusing as hell. Like, what the? No habla means you can't speak English. I can't believe I just said that. Said he sounds like a dumb gringo. That is a nice house, but there's just no trees around it. Yeah, I can't live in a house with no trees around it because your AC bill is going to go through the roof. That's what having trees around your house is for, to block out the sunlight, to cool it down, so you're not always running your air conditioner. You could actually turn the air conditioner off and open a window and feel the cool air come in, even on a hot day, because you're in the shade. And you bringing fresh air into the house. Because if you got an old grandpa that lives with the old man gas, oh Jesus Christ, yeah, don't light a match. That reminds me of the holidays when my grand, you know, and one of them would use a commode, and you try to go to use it, and you leave the door open, and it's like, God damn, the whole house is started. Somebody open a window, open that damn door, is what my dad would say. But my dad's dad was great. Also, but he always smelled all the time too. Because he smoked a pipe, but it smelled so good. That black cherry tobacco pipe tobacco when he would smoke it, it was like being at a Catholic church. That's really. I got some accent on here. They may be a little bit too far away. I know my range is about 50 miles on this radio, and there's another balloon, or blimp, over to my left. It's like every 15, maybe 10 to 15 miles, there's a blimp right there on the border. You know, Mimi, you might be right. It probably is surveillance. Just sit around, float around in a balloon. The sunlight may be counting it up, but it's right over there to the left. It looks like maybe 1,000 feet, if that, 1,000 feet in the air. Are they serious? This is an evacuation highway, also for hurricanes. Ah, there we go. Did you miss me? I know I was trying to come back. I'm sorry I'm losing signal, ladies and gentlemen, but I'm trying my best. Even the Coronado on the radio tried to help me out. I mean, it doesn't work out very well too here. I'm glad you're staying with me, Mimi. You're going to get entertained. You know that? You were here since the start of it. But no, man, that was the third blimp. It's like every 10, 15 miles, there's a blimp. And we've seen three so far. What kind? How many blimps we end up seeing by the time I reach Laredo? But if it gets dark, you're not going to be able to see them unless they're flashing lights, which they should be by law. But since when does our authorities go by the law? They ain't going to do that. We're famous for breaking the law so we can enforce it. Ah, I don't know what town this is, though. I didn't catch it. But just to let you all see, I mean, we got an O'Reilly Auto Parts like you'd see anywhere else in the country. You see a Chick-fil-A to my right, like you'd see anywhere else in the country. I passed the Denny's, and there's the bubblegum machine right there in front of me on the right side of the road that got somebody pulled over for speeding, probably, or made an illegal turn. But that's a local bubblegum machine there. That's a local cop because he's got a black and white car. It's a black car with white doors. That's usually a local town police officer. At least it appears that way. Look at that. They got McDonald's, they got Taco Bell, which they probably don't eat at Taco Bell because that's not Mexican. Rio Grande police. It was a fender bender. Look at that dude in the pickup truck bumped the lady in the rear. Hey man, usually the women like that sort of thing. Got an AutoZone, got Exxon Mobil, Church's Chicken. You pray to God at the same time. Lord bless us for this chicken that we're about ready to eat that was processed. And these chickens never seen the light of day in their entire life until they ended up on my dinner plate. Yeah, Mimi, there was a third blimp. This one was really close. I got really close to it. It was about 1,000 feet in the air. But I couldn't see a cockpit or anything like that. But it looked like there was something dangling from it, I think. But yeah, and it made a turn. But I think that was when I lost signal. But the problem is it's in the sunlight and my camera can't pick it up. But that's been the third blimp we've seen. And that was about, I think, 5 miles behind me. Hey, darling, put those away. That woman in the white car there pulled her shirt down and her boobs just bleh, right there. Well, these are pretty big remote control blimp, about the same size as the Goodyear blimp that you see at a sporting event. Usually floats around and gives you a view from up, up in the sky of the stadium and everything. Mostly they used it on like the World Series, Monday Night Football. They always have the Goodyear blimp flying around. But yeah, girls do that frequently. The daring ones or the crazy ones, I guess. They're just right by my door, and they'll just expose themselves like that. I mean, I'm not complaining. It's just like, why are you doing that? What's the point? They got a Burger King. I feel like I'm in South Side of Miami. This is Rio Grande. It's because these palm trees make me feel like I'm in Florida or coconut trees. Yeah, Rio Grande City. Looks nice. Looks really nice here. Ugh. He said they're socialists. That's an adult shop right there. Huh. I'll be damned. They are just like we are. The video's frozen. Let me try this. Did that help it? My phone says 5G and I got 2 bars. Hopefully, I'm not losing signal again. And Mimi, if I lose signal, I'm just going to end it from there and then give everybody the lowdown if anything happened. Or I'll try to record it and then upload it. But I've driven maybe 50 miles already, and none of you has seen anything that remotely would have anything to do with anybody hopping the border, a bunch of illegals trying to get in. Or they just didn't show up that day. They'll be there tomorrow. Yeah, that's just like when I'm being a Cubs fan. They always told us, you got to wait till next year. It only took 108 years. That didn't help it. Ah, damn it. I'm going to try this. Let me try this. I'm going to drop the link. And if you want to come up and join me instead of having to type, that'll work out really good too. Got that there. Well, I'll be damned. Come on, Nelly. There we go. I think that got it. Hopefully that got it. Now all my bars are lit. Oh, okay. Yeah, I changed the camera view. And then while I was doing that, I went ahead and dropped the link to the StreamYard. I always like to have a guest host. I've never had a full panel before. I think the most people I've ever had on a live stream was 3. And I'm a premium member. I became a premium member because I got sick and tired of seeing that damn commercial every time I clicked on a video. Hi, I'm Helen from StreamYard. I'm getting sick and tired of hearing that damn thing. See, I got it in my head and I can't get rid of it. Aren't you sick of losing people on your webinars? I'd like to know what kind of webinar she holds. Is it like an OnlyFans? I'm just guessing. She looks like a math teacher from Florida that screws her students. Too bad I'm heading west because that's into the sunlight, and that's going to be a bit of a pain. Hollywood hair salon. The Pennzoil. oil change station. And another O'Reilly Auto Parts. There's a dollar store over there. Oh, this has got to be country here. You seeing a Dollar General, the Family Dollar right across the street? Where's the trailer park? There isn't one. These people know how to live. They live in houses. They don't live in trailers. That would be the trailer park woman. She's the mobile home princess. She's the queen of manufactured housing. And I don't remember the rest of the song. A lot of people are going to see a different side of me today. I just hope the ones that I've known for a while, like, I think Sean just fell off his rocker. He might need some blessings. I think you'd have to. Or I think he needs help. But I swear to God, I passed by a mental institution yesterday, and I swear to God, there was a patient out there, and he looked right at my truck and said, "You'll be here soon." Oh, oh, good, 60 mile an hour. Coming out of town then. So I might end up losing signal since I'm coming out of the Rio Grande City here until I reach the next town. But if I lose signal this time, I will end it. It's a Debbie Downer. I figured, I could have held signal for the most part. At least let me make it to the next blimp if there's another one. I'll tell you what, man, if that was my job and I had to drive that blimp, fly that blimp with somebody else as a spotter, keep an eye out for anything going on, I would tie the biggest balloon